Welcome to another budgeting video. Today this is going to be a budget chat, so I'm just going to sit down and share where we are on the debt paying, money, and some things that have been decided and popped up here recently. Hey you guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to the Gold Project. If you're new here, welcome. We hope you decide to become a part of our community by clicking that red subscribe button below. Also hit that bell notification so you are informed every time I post videos. I post videos at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this channel, we have a mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. So I hope you decide to click that red subscribe button and to become a part of our community and our mission. So before I get into anything and the debt paying and where we stand on the snowball and all of that, if you've not seen my bill paying system video, I will link that in a card above. In that video, I shared the entire process and the numbers, because here's the thing. For me, I was like, oh, do I share the numbers, do I not? You can't get the full picture on debt paying unless you see the numbers. So you see the numbers in that video. So definitely check that out. That is the process. I'll walk you through how we pay bills on the 10th and the 25th of every single month. So today, I just want to chat with you. I want to update you on some debt paying, some things that have popped up, and how the snowball is currently working. So I will tell you to start off that I have been so focused on getting this debt paid off. I've watched all these Dave Ramsey videos. I've just been full-fledged in the debt paying off mood. I've scratched so many things on paper to see when projected I could have some bills paid off. So right now our debt snowball is $950 a month. If you've not seen how that's calculated, I will leave that in a card above. I'll walk you through how we came up with the $950 snowball. It did not start that large. It took us 2 years to accumulate and get to that part there, to the $950. But I'm happy to report that it's projected. Originally I thought we'd have the car paid off in June, and right now it's looking like the beginning of May. So that is a month ahead of our original schedule. So every time we get paid and every time we pay a bill, I will sit down with a regular piece of paper and I will just go through there and route everything. March 10th, 25th, what are we focusing on? So that is just how it's been working for me. And right now I've gone all the way on paper to June of 2021. So what I was originally going to do, if you saw my 2020 goals video, if you've not seen that, I will link that in a card above. Originally I said that the goal was to pay the truck off. And right now, our truck payment is $329.46 that we pay on the 10th of every month. So my original goal was to get the truck paid off and then immediately look for me a vehicle. I drive a 2008 Nissan Rogue. I don't have to have a new car. I don't feel like really I need a new car. Right now I can't say, oh, I just really want to go out and get this vehicle. I can't. And now that I'm starting to watch all of these Dave Ramsey videos and he pushes for paying for a vehicle with cash, I'm like, why am I going to go and finance another car? Why do I have to have a car now? Right now my car has around 121,000 miles. And if you look at the big picture of that, that's really not a lot. I've seen people go with 300,000 miles on a vehicle. And I'm like, why would I go out and get another car payment when my car has 121,000 miles on it? You guys, it gets me to and from work. We don't take my car on big trips. And, it's working just fine. So why do I not save that $330 every single month and put that towards debt? So seriously, that $330 every 10th of the month could make it to where we would have $830 on the 10th of every month to put towards a debt. So in my head, I'm going, oh, that's what I need to do. So right now, unless something like really huge happens with my car and I'm forced to get something, I am thinking I'm going to keep my car if it needs to be serviced or it needs to have parts or anything like that. You guys, even if it's $2,000, $2,000 versus $20,000, you guys, that's in no car payment. So we would have the $2,000 saved right now that would need to be paid if something major happened to my car. So I'm thinking I would like to try to get all of the debt paid off. So we're basically, if you're going by Dave Ramsey's plan, we're in baby step number 2. Baby step number 2 is paying all of your debt off. So to me, it's more important to get the debt paid off and then to save the money for the car. So right now, with the way things are looking, we went ahead and paid off the Lowe's account. So I will get to that in just a second and tell you why we did that. So it's looking like the Lowe's is paid off. The truck could be paid off in May. My credit card would be paid off in August. My husband's credit card could be paid off in January of 2021. And then my student loan could be paid off by June of 2021. And then we'll start working on my husband's student loan. So right there, you guys, I projected that by June of 2021, we could have a debt snowball that was roughly $1,700 a month to pay to tackle debt. And that's just like mind-blowing to me. $1,700. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut, and I want to share with you the papers, yes, papers, that I have to where I'm getting to this number and the debt paying process, because I could sit here and talk to you about it all day long, but if you're anything like me and visually have to see it, so y'all, this is like chicken scratch on a piece of paper, but I want to share with you how I am keeping up with all of this. So I'm going to share all of the numbers that I currently have. So just note that this is projected. We could have some of these things paid off ahead of time, or it could take us a little longer, but you do need a goal because you never know what life is going to throw at you. So we are prepared for that, but you always have to have some goals. So this is my little paperwork set. It's more than one page. It was one page. The first time I shared this, it was one page. And now I've kept on going and going all the way through 2021. So I wanted to kind of walk you through what I write down on this piece of paper. Y'all, it stays with my monthly bill tracker, and I just go from there. So I switched these 2 days here. If you've not seen, I think I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to say it again. If you've not seen my bill paying system, I will link that in the card above. I did talk about this in that video as well. So what I did here was originally on the 10th, I was going to put that $500 towards our Orange Beach trip that's at the beginning of April. And then my mind got to thinking, hold up, I paid the truck payment on the 10th. So why do I not switch these? Instead of making 2 separate payments, I can just pay the extra $200 on the truck, save the $250. It's actually $300 for Orange Beach, and then do $450 on the 25th. So that is what ended up happening. I just swapped those 2 days. So in April, we will be tackling the truck. The truck will be paid off by the 10th of May. So the 10th of May, I think we'll have $200 and something left. Yes, here is the truck payment right here. So on May 10th, we should owe roughly $241, which our truck payment is normally $329. So that's $100 difference there. So that's why it's $600 here, and that it does not say truck, because we're just going to go and make our regular truck payment. Then anything else that is left will get applied to the $600 as well. So in May, we're going to start tackling my credit card. So May, $10.50. So in May alone, we will be able to put $10.50 towards my credit card. And it might actually be a little bit more than that, depending on how much difference the truck is, because I've not accounted for any of the interest right here. This is straight from what we owe. So this is not going to be the exact amount. So June is going to be a great month. In June, on the 10th, we will be able to put $930 towards my credit card, because now we've got that truck payment added in. So $930, and then on the 25th, we will have $450. So those two together, the $930 and the $450, is going to make it to where we have $1,380 just in a snowball that's going to go to help pay my credit card off. So the goal right now is to have my credit card paid off at the end of August. There could be something that comes up, I don't know, but that is our projected date. So that is why this paper set right here gets changed every pay period or every other pay period. I'm always adjusting. Now you may see on September it says trips. That is because, like this month here, we are pausing probably because my husband is going to, for Father's Day, and I know Father's Day is a little bit, I'm way ahead of time. He already knows. We got him and my brother-in-law tickets to a Notre Dame football game. It has been on my husband's bucket list. They play the University of Arkansas, which is my brother-in-law's favorite team. So my sister and I bought them tickets for that game. Bucket list item, you guys. I think for something like that, it is okay to pause on your debt paying journeys. Sometimes you just have to live a little bit. So in September, that is what we're going to do. And then we have one more trip that I have planned that I will talk about on down the road. Then October is when we're going to start hitting my husband's credit card. So October, November, and December. On the 10th, we are going to put $10.30, and that is because the $930 here, then plus $100, because normally we pay $100 on his credit card, adds up to $10.30. And then on the 25th, we'll have $450. So that means starting hopefully in October, we will have $10.30 plus $450. So that will be a total of $14.80 in our snowball to put towards his credit card. So we've got that for 3 months here. And then I have stretched it out into January because we've had some trips come up. My daughter is going on a summit trip. So her cheer team got a bid to Summit, which is like the Super Bowl of cheer. So I will probably talk about that more in my April budget video. I'm selling some things and trying to make the money to pay for that. So that's not accounted for in here, but I will talk all about that during April. So then right here, same thing. And then what is that? $14.80. And here's the thing with this budget here. My husband and I will be getting a raise starting September, I think. That is not accounted for on this budget. So this $14.80 actually could be higher than that. I'm really not sure at the moment, but I'm not accounting for any of that until that time comes. So then February, we are projecting that my husband's credit card will be paid off in January. That is the goal. So in February is when we are going to start hitting my student loan really hard. So that will mean $15.80 will be for my student loan a month. Now, I just turned in the teacher loan forgiveness papers and got accepted. So right now, my student loan is roughly $13,500. So with the $5,000 taken off of that, it'll be roughly $8,500. So we are hoping to have my student loan paid off in June. And then by July, if that is true, that'll put us at $1,755 to start tackling my husband's student loan. So you guys, I know this is a projected, this is a goal. These are goals right here. I am all about goals. I know some things could change. Life happens, things get thrown at us, but I always like to have a plan. So this is the plan. If we can meet this goal, fantastic. So having this written down really motivates me and gets me excited to get all of this paid off. So, are you anything like me and you just saw that $1,700 in June of 2021 and it motivated you to push to get there? You guys, I highly recommend that. If you're trying to get your first step in some debt paying, write it down. When the numbers are in front of your face and you have to look at your debt and your debt snowball grow, that is motivation to keep going. So originally, before I had anything written down, you guys know, if you saw that 2020 goals video, I mentioned getting myself a car. But now that I'm getting debt paid off and I'm seeing the snowball grow and I'm seeing our debt shrink and shrink and shrink, I'm like, I don't need a new car. I need all of this stuff paid off, because it makes me feel so good when, like Lowe's, when we're able to pay that Lowe's bill off, I'm like, oh, it's like this amazing free feeling. So I recommend to you, if you have not written anything down, if you don't know how much you owe on credit cards, if you don't know how much your debt is, if you have no idea how much money you have left after every paycheck and every bill is paid, write it down. That is my #1 tip to get motivated to pay some debt off, is write it down. Why? Because that has motivated me. You guys, I will come home from work when I've sat down and jotted these notes, like truly excited to share these numbers with my husband, because I'm so excited to get all of this stuff paid off, which means we have more money to save for our kids' college, to save for trips, all of that. So definitely write down the numbers. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about before I just leave you with that is the Lowe's. Now I mentioned that we went ahead and paid the Lowe's off, and that is because we did get a tax return, and I know that getting a tax return is not really good because that's lending the government money for free, but we got a tax return. So we used the money to pay the $613 on the Lowe's credit card. So that led to us being able to move forward with paying the truck off sooner. So we sat down together, my husband and I, and you guys, if you and your significant other are not on the same page with bills, sit down and chat about it. You need to be on the same page when it comes to paying off debt. If one of you is a saver and one of you is a spender, you need to get on the same page. So basically, you're not trying to pay off debt, and then your significant other is out buying, you know, computers and phones and all of that. Be on the same page. This is your journey together. So we just decided to go ahead and use our tax return to pay off the Lowe's, because the Lowe's wasn't that big. I know we didn't have any interest on that for 12 months, but we wanted to go ahead and get past that debt paying hurdle, I guess you would call it. So now we were moving to the truck. So we know that when we get the truck paid off, that's an extra $330 a month that could go towards another debt. So that was very important to us to get to that next step. So that is why we went ahead and used our tax return to pay off the Lowe's bill. So what I'm going to leave you with today is, I want to ask you, do you know how much debt you have? Do you know how much you get paid? Do you know how much all of your bills are. Do you write all of this stuff down? I want to know if you know the numbers. So that is the common question for today. Do you know your budgeting and debt numbers? So let's get a conversation going about that in the comments below. And if you do not know these, I highly recommend that you start writing it down, because it will make a difference and it will motivate you to pay off some debt. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this budget chat video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.